Right, people, I think I do need to do another video now, just to go on about criminal charges in my past and how the justice system has always let me off extremely lightly, because I've never really took full accountability for my actions. I've always cried and sobbed and said it's because I have autism, it's because I have autism. And my mum and stepdad are just as bad, really. They've always said, well, it's because you've got autism. People have to understand you've got autism. That's what my mum says. My mum says, well, you're autistic. What do you expect from an autistic person? She said, like, she's actually said that she says, yes, it was very bad what I did, because I frightened and upset a lot of people and caused a lot of distress to a lot of people. She says it's wrong, really bad and really, really wrong what I did, and she don't like it. But she says she's fully forgiven, moved on with it all. And she says, like, it didn't hurt anybody. It was only hunting teams you messaged, and nobody really was paying attention when you were naked in a television screen and being horrible and obscene in a telly screen. She says nobody really would have been watching that. She does talk like that as well. But she's very out of it on antidepressants, and a lot of antipsychotic medication, because my mom did get sectioned. Quite some years ago, when I was a young teenager, young kid myself. She got sectioned because she kept saying that she was going to have this sexualized affair with the spirit of Kurt Cobain, and saying she believed she was going out with the spirit of Kurt Cobain, and all this sort of thing, and all this bloody stuff that she was talking about, and saying, oh, we're going to be married and we're going to be together, and saying, oh, we'll all be with Kurt Cobain soon. And apparently some dark entities and dark spirits, she said, came through, because she was going on about spirits and the spirit of Kurt Cobain being inside her body and all this sort of thing, and being connected with the spirit of Kurt Cobain is what led to her being sectioned, because she kept on about that and saying that she believed they were together, even though she's with my stepdad. But there you go. He had to call for her to get sectioned because she went really, really bad in the end. And so she's on antipsychotics, mood stabilising antidepressants. She's on a lot of meds, basically. And he has to remind her constantly to keep up to date with the tablets. He's on antidepressants and a lot of meds himself, to be fair. He suffers with bad sort of health and stuff. He's got bulging discs in the back of his neck and his spine, which causes like severe dizzy spells, because he's got like these bulging discs at the back of his spine, back of his neck, which causes severe dizzy spells. So he could collapse, fall over, have severe accidents, all that kind of thing. He basically should be in a wheelchair, but he's very stubborn and doesn't want to go in a wheelchair till the very last minute. If he goes out of the house, he has to be in a wheelchair, though. He cannot get outside the house without a wheelchair. So my mum has to do all the taking the kids to school and all that sort of malarkey, and because he's not physically capable, or probably mentally, really. But yeah, he's he's like there doing that, and he's quite good, really. He's got severe physical disabilities. He can't even get upstairs in the house properly, even with a stair lift. He always sleeps downstairs on this recliner chair. He has got very bad health, physical health. I don't think he's going to live that long, to be fair. He has got a lot of really, really bad, severe physical health problems. He fell and broke his hip not long ago. When was it? Some point last year he fell and broke his hip, because of this dizzy spells, and he just collapsed. He went bush on the floor, and his hip broke, and he was in hospital for a very long time. And my mom didn't cope with looking after the kids on her own at all. She can't cook, she can't do anything. She does bits of housework and cleaning, but when it comes to cooking, she can't cook. She really can't cook. I think she does have autism. It wasn't diagnosed in her day. She was born in 1956. She's virtually 70 years old. 1956 she was born. She's really old. My stepdad's a bit younger, but even worse physical health than her. They're both heavy smokers. They do keep smoking away from the kids. They basically, yeah, they smoke. They drink a bit, not much. Not like me, that's an alcoholic and has to drink on a daily basis, because I've started to suffer withdrawal symptoms if I don't drink. So I'm an alcoholic, I'll admit it. I ain't gonna bullshit anyone. But yeah, basically my mom, yeah, if my stepdad passes away, my mom would not be able to look after those kids on her own, and my stepdad will pass away before my mom, even though she's 70, and virtually. It's like his physical health will not let him outlive my mom. He'll die before my mom. And I know that for a fact. He's on his way out now. He's got gammy leg. What did he say it was now? Gout or something. Gout in his leg. He broke his hip. Bloody hell. He's had so many physical health complaints. He struggles to look after the kids as it is and help my mum with things. But he gets on like a trooper at the moment and tries his best. But when he dies, it'll be before the kids are old enough to look after themselves. My mum will not cope. She can't cook. She's like me, basically. My mum is a splitting image of me. She's basically a Becky number 2, basically. She has got disabilities. As I say, weren't diagnosed in the 50s. 1956, it wasn't diagnosed back in them days. It's fairly recent developments, really, to pick up on autism and learning difficulties and all that kind of thing. But if she had an assessment now for learning difficulties and autism, she would be diagnosed with it, guaranteed. She thinks everything I do is it should be forgiven, and that the world should stop targeting me and bullying me. And she says, why are people still on about it? It was over 2 years ago. Why are people still on about it? And she's a bit confused. She don't really know what day of the week it is half the time. I'll ring her up and she says, oh yeah, I don't know what day it is hardly. And she does speak like that because of all the dopey meds. The meds make her very sleepy and very dopey. She has to sleep a lot. She's been diagnosed with a slow heart rate as well. She's now been diagnosed as having a slow heart rate, so she can't have operations if ever she needs them because she's got a slow heart rate. So she's got a slow heart rate. But even if my mom died before my stepdad, he couldn't look after the kids on his own. He's he's wheelchair bound, more or less. He's physically not able to take them to school and do what they have to do. So if you're diagnosed with a slow heart rate, that's a pretty damn scary thing to be diagnosed with, like she's been. Obviously she suffers a lot with her mental health. Without the if she didn't take those meds, she would be exceptionally psychotic. If she didn't have them stable in meds, they're keeping her on the straight and narrow, basically, because the doctors found the correct medication for her. But yeah, I don't know. Are they the right people to have the kids? Is the future for them kids looking bright? Is it not? I don't know, really. I shouldn't really be disclosing all this private info about them, but oh well. Needs a must. Because it is something that I just want to get off my chest and talk about. Because it is very concerning what the future will hold. Because they're not going to live forever. My mum, as I say, is virtually 70 now. My stepdad's not a mega amount younger, with exceptionally bad health, physical health. I don't know, what do people really truthfully think? I think it's going to end in tears, one way or the other. A slow heart rate basically means you're on the way out. Your body's slowing down. She's a heavy smoker. You know, ain't looking good, is it? One of them's going to die before the other. And I don't want to ever say who, because I love them both very dearly from the bottom of my heart. But I've got to discuss this matter and make this matter discussable, because it's something that needs to be talked about. The future of them kids is what's important, and for people to sort of give some sort of recognition to the fact that, they ain't going to live forever. What's going to happen? Social services haven't got a plan. Nobody's got a backup plan. If one of them suddenly pops the clogs, nobody's got a plan. Slow heart rate is a bad sign. My mum's on her way out. I don't know, it's really, really scary, really. The fact that my stepdad could fall over at any moment and have a severe accident makes him he gets really severe dizzy spells. Like when he just collapsed. He just went bang on the floor and just broke his hip. How can he look after kids if that's going to happen? Because, within the next year or two, my mum could die, he could die. Nobody knows. Who knows what the future will hold. But I believe social services should be drawing up some sort of contingency plan. Should they have just gone into foster care to begin with? Should they have just gone into a care home setting straight away? Should they have just been said, no, you're not suitable, goodbye, too old, too many health issues, too many problems? Yeah, I don't know what to believe, but the future's looking very grim. But yeah, okay people, I'm going to go now. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.